the order of the faces is the same for everyone. For me, on the top, I have Kai, and then Parasology, and then Grace, and then Oz, and then Jen, and no.
I see it different.
No.
But
okay.
We can lower and raise our hands to the left.
Oh yeah, okay.
Or say our names and say something?
Yeah, I think the way Oz suggested, I think it was Oz who suggested it last time, to just everyone who, after you talk, you pick someone else.
Yeah.
I think that's I mean, it sucks, but unless anyone has an easier way.
Yeah.
Okay. So So the first step is we check in. We say what we're distracted by and our intention for the meeting. So I'm distracted by all the things that I want to do and need to do this weekend, and I am. My intentions to this meeting are just to welcome Chris to the party. Oh, who's not here? So
yes, I am.
Oh, he is here. Okay, there he is.
Hey.
Nice. Okay, well, Chris, I'll let you check in.
Hi. Yeah. Hi, everyone. Distraction, not so much. I would say just like everything coming at once, I guess. So still need to find some focus, but no, so it's only positive. And what was the second thing I had to say?
Intention for the meeting.
Intention is just absorbing, just getting to know all of you and how I can contribute.
And now pick somebody.
Grace, because I just saw her 1 second there.
Hi there. Hello, everyone. Welcome.
So
welcome to Chris. Just
Thanks.
Wanted to say distracted. There's a lot of stuff that needs to be done, and I want to get started and order the stuff that we need for DEFCON. So I'm distracted by looking at a lot of websites that are taking me nowhere. But aside from that, my intention for this meeting will be kind of to listen to what everyone is saying, and perhaps maybe some clarifications on the account, the expenses. And I see Jen.
Yeah. Hello, guys. I'm distracted by having to write the notes, but that's it. And my intention for the meeting is that I'm really excited to hear what you all have to say. Oz.
Hi, guys. So I'm distracted by these tests that are broken that I'm working on, and I'm seeing all this red when I want to see green. But then my intention is to just get through this quickly so I can get back to these tests. And that's it for me. Thanks. And I'll choose Wojtek.
Okay, I'm distracted by still trying to finish everything I'm doing here at CERN so that I don't have to care about it at all. And yeah, my intention for this meeting is to be super fast. And I choose parascology.
Yeah, I'm distracted because apparently Jitsi doesn't work in Firefox, so I had to keep reconnecting. Now I'm in Chrome. And intention for this meeting is to hear what sorry, I kind of missed the beginning, but hear what he's gonna do. Hasn't gone yet, so because I just jumped on.
Kai hasn't.
Kai.
All right, Kai.
Hi, I'm not really distracted except by I get a little signal loss. So I hope I get everything I can from this meeting. And I'm also excited to meet Chris. The most I want to have.
That was all, Griff.
You're muted, Griff.
Thank you. Yeah, so I think that was everyone. And the only facilitator stuff I should mention is that after you're done speaking, you have to pick somebody. Just remember that part. So now we just build the agenda. If anyone has any things, 3 words max, that they want to talk about during this meeting, any tensions or proposals for changes to roles that will make the Giveth stuff move better, say 3 words and Jen will write them down. So I have one, external comms, Chris.
Can it just be questions to roles?
It can be policies or questions to roles, but yeah. So say what you want, and maybe we'll say it's not a thing. The main thing is that you have a tension and a proposal.
Okay. Management/organization tool, Clubhouse.
Any other items for the agenda?
Yes, I have one. Just a little thing. Should we use the smart milestone form now or the?
Wait. So
Excel
just say
board?
3 words. Just say 3
Yeah.
words.
Smart milestones. How? Which one?
Right. I wrote that down.
And expenses. Does it have to be 3 words?
Nope.
Expenses verification.
3 words max. Anything else?
Chris, Griff, didn't you want to talk about the naming?
Nope.
Okay, just a reminder. So nothing from me.
But if you want to talk about naming, we can put it on there.
It's probably too long. It should be a Slack discussion. Skip
Yeah.
it.
Cool. Okay. Then I guess we'll say that's good. So now we can start with the proposals. So Jen, what's the first proposal?
So the tension is, I think it would be a good idea to have one organization and administration tool for all of us. Yeah, to get better organized. The proposal is to at least check out Clubhouse. I invited you all per email link. And I would like you, I know you all have a lot to do, but at least check it out and give me some feedback.
Clarifying question, do you have a place for us to give you that? Or how in your proposal, how do you want us to provide feedback?
I would use the organization Slack channel would be good, I think.
Okay. Any other clarifying questions?
Yeah. Is this going to replace something else? Is this replacing another tool?
If we want to.
Which
Yes.
one?
Clarifying question. Shouting out that you want someone to people to give you a feedback without actually being specific will give you a 0 feedbacks. What if 0 feedback is achieved and no one gives you a feedback on the tool?
Okay, I don't really understand that. So why would it be a problem to check the tool out? Or did I get you wrong, Wojtek?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
No, sorry. That's maybe just a problem. I just have an experience where you just say people should check it and there's no reaction for anyone.
I think that's a reaction. I think that
Okay.
it's not a clarifying question to the proposal. Any other clarifying questions? Okay, reactions. So I'll start with my reaction. Sounds safe enough to try. Yeah, I agree with Wojtek's thing. We might need a little more organization or accountability on feedback.
All right.
But other than that, that's it. I'll go with Wojtek.
Right. So my reaction was exactly that if you just shout out, check it out and give me a feedback, no one will do that. So that will not move anywhere if you don't pursue it. But another reaction would also be, yeah, okay, no reaction, no other reaction. And I choose Kai.
I'm just checking it out, so I think it's kind of a nice tool to get like an oversight over everything. So I support checking it out. And for the feedback, I think it was great that you invited me directly, so I could join the Clubhouse and give you feedback, which did not happen. To see what it's about. And just another thing, there is, I mean, this is a longer discussion maybe. If it's not replacing the Slack, I think we could try with this. If it should replace the Slack in any way, no. So Grace.
Thank you. Actually, that was the reaction where I got. It's what exactly are we trying to replace here? Because I'm not sure. I haven't checked that out. So I was even going to delete the message when I got the invite because I thought it was some promotional material from some club. So I didn't know that this was a tool. And I just wanted to perhaps understand a little bit how do you envision this tool helping us? Maybe if you can explain, like, we're going to use it for this and this and that, and then I can maybe understand this better.
You have to pick someone, Grace.
Oh, Oz.
Hi. Yeah, so I logged on from the invitation. I think it looks really good. Satya recommended it, and I liked another tool more. So I was already kind of ready to not like it. But just by opening it up and seeing what Jen already put there, and because I'm familiar with these sorts of tools, I think it's really attractive. And if we're all on the same one of these tools, then it's kind of like it's exactly like Trello, but just a little bit. The problem with Trello is that it was a little bit too free, unorganized. It really required the team to kind of follow conventions, like what do you want to name them? What do you want the dates? And then tools like this already have all the conventions baked into them. And so if it's like a more orderly Trello, I've never used it before, but Satya said it was awesome. And ZenHub, while it's great for right now, I think that in terms of being able to see what everyone's doing on the team, something like this will be a lot better. So I was going to try to set this up for the dev team after we were done with all our work for this MVP, but this looks really good. So that's it. And I will choose Chris.
Okay, well, Jen talked to me about it earlier, that she wants, because I hear the main question is, what is the purpose? What do you want to achieve with using this tool? And so it was to replace a number of different tools that you guys are using. So it's not to replace Slack, if I understand correctly. So yeah, it's the same question, like, which tools exactly do you want to replace with this tool? And I don't know who's left. I don't know if anyone is.
RJ.
Then I pick RJ.
Yeah, I guess the tension isn't the most clear to me, but I'm kind of indifferent either way. So whatever everybody else feels like is good. And Satya, I think he's here.
I am. I love Clubhouse. And the cool thing is that we can all have different teams in Clubhouse. So marketing team, if we have a marketing team, design team, development team, can all have their own boards, but still you can have overview, you get notifications when things change. There's nice integration with Git for developers, with Slack. So yeah, give it a try. Do I have to? I choose fellow Jitster. Who's fellow Jitster?
Yeah, who else hasn't gone yet?
You can update your name to the left. It's easier. There's also a Google Docs. There's also next one is Google Docs.
I think that's Grace. Okay, if no one else does anyone else need to react?
Can you guys hear me? This is Z.
Oh, hey Z.
Hey. Hey, I wasn't sure if I was muted or not. Yeah, I just joined a little bit later, so I'm not going to react to this, but I'm going to be able to react to the next tension, if there is any.
Okay.
But from what I heard, I like the idea of each team having some tasks up there and everybody else sort of having this clarity and visibility of what everybody's doing.
Nice. Okay, well, I think that's everyone then. So now, Jen, you can amend and clarify.
I'm sorry when I wasn't clear enough. So, of course, it's not, we were still using Slack. I don't want to get rid of Slack at all. I just think it's a good tool to get an overview on, as Satya said, on different projects different people are involved in. I don't want to take this or make this longer than it has to be. I would post again a little post in the organization channel linked to Clubhouse, and then put a few questions in, and you could give me feedback to that. Would that be more? Yeah, that would probably be more specific. Is that all right?
Okay. Any objections? No? No objections? Then proposal passed. Okay, I don't have a list of the agenda topics, so maybe, Jen, if you could send that to me.
Yeah.
But I do have my agenda topic, which is external comms Chris. So the tension is that we are low on content for the wiki, and Kai's been doing a great job at trying to get us to do stuff, but we're not doing it. We also haven't had a Medium post in forever, and we, in general, have been looking for someone to kind of take over the role of Twitter and Facebook and all those kinds of things from Jen, who has been kind enough to take over the role until we found someone. So now the proposal would be to appoint Chris as our external comms lead. He is going to receive a regular award, assuming this proposal passed, he will assume a regular award of 2,500 euros a month. And it will be a little bit different than everyone else's regular award because it's proposed at the beginning of the month, and then able to be collected at the end of the month every month for the next 3 months. And I would propose with a trial period of the first month in case there's any crazy red flags. But I don't imagine that because I've met Chris in person and he's a really nice guy. So we'll go with any clarifying questions.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Chris, do you have domain knowledge about DAX? Or is it a clarifying question?
Yeah, I think that's okay, that's
really,
a reaction.
Definitely. Is he just going to? Because last week we talked about producing content and blog posts. So is he just going to answer like Twitter, Facebook, or is he also going to produce the content?
He's going to do Twitter and Facebook, although that's not the.
It also falls under reaction, because last time I think we kind of determined that the clarifying question is just about actually understanding the question. And so, if Satya, this is a perfect reaction, and if everyone says the reaction, then Griff can clarify and amend in like one shot.
I actually do think this is a clarifying question because I'm proposing a role and he wants to better understand what the role is.
Exactly.
But I definitely appreciate that, Oz. But so I would say that this is that his main role is, or at least what I really am expecting out of him is to produce the content. But of course, he doesn't have the background knowledge of our platform to make the content completely his own on his own. So the goal is to have him to work closely with me and Kai and Grace and Jen and all the other non-devs to make this content a reality. But like that, he is owning it, and that he'll make sure it gets on Medium, and he'll bug us to actually do it and edit his posts until they're done. So yeah, his main role is to do content. Facebook and Twitter are just kind of a bonus. Any other clarifying questions? Okay, so then reactions. I'll start with Chris.
Yes. Okay. So first of all, thank you for giving this opportunity to me. And reactions, maybe my reaction could clarify what Griff is also proposing, in the sense that, so how I've defined it after talking to Griff is that I would like to indeed produce content. So that would indeed be like 1 Medium post a week. That would be the idea. Then second point would be that I would do community engagement. So that would be on Twitter, Facebook, and so on. And then also help with Kai and others, like to create like one unified message on all our different channels. And that means also, like, if there needs to be sites updates done, if the wiki needs to be updated and information needs to be gathered and so on. I think that's the kind of thing I would like to do. I'm not going to talk for half an hour now, but I can talk to whoever is interested in learning more about me. I created a little document about who I am, what I did for Swarm City and so on before. Yeah, so I think these are like the 3 things I would start doing for Giveth. I have to point to someone else, or just, yeah, then I give it to Jen.
Thanks. I think it's a great idea to have one person that's responsible for our social media outcome. I said that last week and the week before, so I'm totally in for that. I pick RJ. Parasology, sorry.
Yeah, I like the idea of the trial period, just to see how it'll work out. Grace.
I am very happy that we are going to do this with Chris. I have a good feeling about this, and I definitely support the fact that we need a coordinated and a very strategic kind of communication approach, which we haven't had from the beginning. So my reaction is just that I can't wait to get started. And I pick Kai. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's great. Nice to have you, man. Because the wiki needs help, and we need to do some outreach. And I think this is a great also combination of roles in this new circle. And I think we will get together like pretty much right after this and just start talking about what we can do together. Thanks for joining us. And Oz.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to someone being in charge of this, and kind of like being the leader or the captain, the go-to person, just because I feel like there's been a lot of diffusion of responsibility, which is my least favorite thing about working with, in a group of people, is like when a couple of people feel half responsible and nothing gets done, or I don't want to say nothing gets done, but things don't get done the way if someone was using their full, brain power and intention to kind of like spearhead the situation. Because we have these, communication problems to be solved, and not everything can be solved at once. But if someone, Chris, if you can kind of just take charge and make it your own, and start chipping away at making improvements. So it's like maybe it's like the wiki, one for one thing, getting that out of the way, or at least getting it up to a certain standard, and then maybe it's like a Medium post or whatever it is. Just it's kind of like chopping that wood and putting us in a better situation for DevCon, which is just like in 4 weeks. So, yep, that's it. And I will do Z.
Okay, a lot has been said already, but I like it. I like that there's going to be an extra person who's going to be responsible for it, and hopefully will sort of push everybody, you know, in order to make some content and create something else than just the product. So I like it very much. I'm curious what we can come up with. And now I pick a person.
Ah.
Okay, Satya.
Sasha.
Yeah. Super good that we have a dedicated role for this, because I don't know if you see my after lunch thoughts, but one of the things I put in there is like, you know, we have to become thought leader on DEX and donations through blockchain. At least that's my idea. And to become a thought leader, you know, we have to produce a lot of content and show the effort on this. So we're all very busy, so it's good that there's somebody going to tackle this role. So good, welcome. Wojtek.
Okay, so my reaction is we needed you even 2 months ago, I would say. So it's really great that you're joining us. And basically that's it. I've been trying to push for it for a long time. And who didn't speak yet? Parascology?
Everyone did, no?
Everyone did?
Okay. So then I will amend and clarify, unless someone needs to speak. Just interrupt me. So there were 3 main roles for Chris. I forgot to mention the third. The first, my proposal is that Chris will take over the external comm role, which entails managing our Facebook, Twitter, and all those things, so that we can become a thought leader on blockchain for good in general. Be very active in the channels that he runs into, also on Reddit. And producing content, which is the primary role that we're behind in, which he'll start on, and then probably transition more towards the other roles as we catch up. And then the third is also to be very active on Slack, responsive to the community, and when someone says hello, you know, being kind of the ambassador to new people on the Slack and working with the community there, which he has a lot of experience because he comes from the best Slack in crypto, in my opinion, Swarm City. So yeah, are there any objections? Okay, then proposal passed. The next agenda item is Kai, Smart Milestones How?
Yes, I just want to clarify if we, there's a question for, I think, Jen and Griff and Oz. Whoever wants to decide where we should put our weekly goals. So
wait, so what's the tension and what's the proposal?
The tension is we have 2 different things where to put our weekly goals now. And I would like to know if we should phase out one of them, like the older one, just use the form, or if organization wants us to keep using the both. So
a clarifying question.
Yes.
Can I restate your proposal as you want to just use the form and get rid of the smart contract spreadsheet?
Yes. Okay. That's the proposal. Good.
Any other clarifying questions?
So, yeah, start right away. If there's no more clarifying questions.
Okay, no more clarifying questions. I will react. I hope that we can use the Excel spreadsheet right now, because the form says lorem ipsum, blah, blah, blah at the top, and I don't know where it feeds into. So for now, I also really like how the Excel spreadsheet makes you look at what your smart milestones were last week, because that's kind of part of the process of smart milestones, is that you have to have some accountability. You have to be able to see what your smart milestones were. So if we do use the form, I hope that we can have some sort of accountability procedure built in or outside of the form. I'll pick Wojtek.
Okay, so I have a lot of reactions to this. Sadly, I didn't have that much time, but actually in parallel to Oz, I was working on something as very similar to that one, plus something called the GiveIf directory, where all of this would be summarized and everyone could always find the links to everything, but I didn't manage to fix it. So in my opinion, we should use the form. I will keep up with Oz as to what can be maybe improved from my point of view and how to integrate it better with finance and other parts. But I like it. And I pick, who do I pick? Grace, let's say.
Thank you. So I do like the form, and I think moving on to the form will be great. I wanted to just reiterate that by using the form doesn't mean that we cannot have access to what we did last week, because there's always a spreadsheet that is collecting this information to which we have access to see at any point in time, like we do with the expenses as well. So I think that could still be a good use. And the other thing that I wasn't sure is that what if you have multiple links that you want to share? Unfortunately, either the form, we can add multiple links, because sometimes it's just not one thing that you want to show, but maybe 3. And so if we can maybe add that to the form, that would be great, because also it would actually, take in the same situation with the expensive. In some cases, we need multiple links as well. That's it. Perisology.
Yeah, I don't like the spreadsheet. I think it's just kind of like this mess, and you got to scroll like way to the right to enter your new stuff. So I'm all for the form. Z.
I don't do regular rewards, so I kind of don't have any reaction because I just don't use that stuff. So I'll just pass my right to, I don't know, Jen.
Yeah, I was confused as well because I wasn't sure if Oz wanted us just to use the form or the spreadsheet. I don't mind either or where I have to put my data in. It doesn't matter to me. But I also agree with Griff that you have a good overview on the spreadsheet. But maybe there is an opportunity to do something like this in the form as well. I don't know. Oz.
Hey guys, so I kind of feel like this is really my bad because Jen's been super awesome with the regular rewards, and then it got handed over to me, and she was like, "Hey, I can still keep the spreadsheet rolling if you want to." And this is all in Barcelona, and I knew that I wanted to switch to a form, but I hadn't kind of gotten around to it. And so I wanted to start using a form this week, but then before I even got the form out, Jen was like, "Hey, everyone, put your stuff in for this week," which makes sense because of the way that we had the idea of how we had smart milestones going. So from a technical standpoint, the form solves a problem that the spreadsheet has, which is that it was kind of error prone. You could just get like one little tiny error here or there, puts off someone's payment. So the form is meant to protect against that, and then everyone will have a view ability to see the Excel spreadsheet, but not edit ability to kind of like help prevent that. And then hopefully that form can feed into what other trackers we have for finances in the future. Now, regarding the concern that Griff and Jen had, according about accountability and being able to see everything, which I agree with, but I think that's going to be solved through Clubhouse or whatever tool we use where you can kind of see things. It's like the milestone tracker or the milestone smart milestones was kind of doing two things. One, it was doing this accounting thing, and then two, it was kind of doing this this project management thing. And essentially, I'm kind of like trying to split them up just because by putting them together, it was kind of a mess. And like I said, a chance for errors. And so by having the tool that you can put your actual like projects in and your progress in, that should help with like accountability. It'll all be in colors and in boxes that we can all see, and we can kind of see stuff go through kind of completion. on everyone's stuff. And then I wasn't exactly sure on how it might go in the future, because it does seem kind of like a duplication to put stuff into like a tracker like Clubhouse, and then also put it into like a milestone form for the regular reward accounting. I mean, the best would be to have a tool that did it together, which is actually what Giveth is kind of trying to build. So I think it's possible in the future that maybe I'll just look at, depending on if we use the Clubhouse really well, I could just look at Clubhouse and put stuff in the form myself without people needing to do that. But for now, and for at least the immediate foreseeable future, I see people kind of doing both. So in that sense, it is duplicated only because you have to think about it like, okay, one has to do with accountable, transparent expenses, and the other one has to do with actual project management. And yeah, so I guess that's my reaction to that. I fixed the lorem ipsum thing. That was just like extra text that I left over from the template. So now it just says, please use this. And I will send out the spreadsheet to everyone too, I guess, even though it's still kind of like a work in progress. But yeah, everyone can start using the form immediately and stop using this milestone tracker Excel spreadsheet unless there's any major objections. That's it. And Satya, did you go?
Yeah, I'm now a bit confused, but I like the form a lot. But I also like to see other people's milestones in an overview. So if that's what we get, then I'm fine with it. And I like what I don't like about the current sheet is that you have to scroll all the way to the right. So I think we should just reverse it. Like the newest week is the first row instead of the last. It's all. And I need to pass it on to anybody. Rip? No.
Kai? Or did Kai go?
No, Kai didn't set yet.
Then I think everybody.
What about Chris?
Chris! No idea what we're talking about.
No, I do have an idea actually, because I filled it in for the first time just before the meeting. I just saw it, and the only thing I would say about it is that you should congratulate yourself that you have this. So at Swarm City, we don't have this, and it's an amazing tool to indeed have like an overview of what everyone is working on. Yeah, I would say like if the form is an easy way to input it, maybe. As long as there's a way to still see what everyone is working on so that you don't lose that, because that's a really valuable tool. So that's the only thing I could say about it. And I think we've covered everyone then.
Okay, so if everyone talked, then we can move to amend and clarify. So Kai, would you like to amend and clarify?
I should amend the proposal now. So the proposal, in my mind, should be we keep using the Excel spreadsheet until everybody is happy with the form. Like the people who want to work with it, who have to work with it. That's what, yeah, my proposal is.
Okay, any objections?
I object.
I do object too.
Okay, let's hear Oz's objection first.
I object because even though I'm sorry I didn't get this like handled right away, I kind of figured we can just figure this out on Slack. And really, Jen and I are the ones kind of deciding the process and sort of just like asking for your guys' input. And I don't like using the governance meeting to like make laws or policies. I just feel like it's for making people who are in charge. And so, yeah, my objection is like, yeah, I'm already in charge of this. I'll just reach out to you guys about it. And kind of like, I'm going to try to push as hard as I can to get this form people to start using the form today and get rid of using the milestone altogether. And I'll just talk it out with people if they have a concern. That's it.
Okay, and Grace?
Yeah, it's similar to what just Oz mentioned. My objection is that Oz should be the one deciding which one we use. And certainly I would not like to use two things at the same time. I think it's a waste of time. And definitely, I would want to go for the form and only the form. And again, you can always see what everyone else is doing because you can always have access to the spreadsheet. And one thing I forgot to say, I want to say it now before we move away from this, is that you're filling out the form at the beginning of the week. And it's more than likely that the link that you will have to show what you have done will be at the end of the week. And you cannot submit the form without including a link. And I only know this because I already filled out the form today.
So Grace, were you able to, oh, never mind. Okay, I have an objection. I don't have an objection. I like the original proposal. I'll have an objection later. Okay, integration.
I have a,
Oh, cool.
yeah, I think Oz is kind of like the one doing the stuff, so he should really be the one deciding what's easiest for him to make it happen.
I second that objection.
Okay, so now we have a chance for the proposer to amend and clarify or integrate these objections.
Yes, I will integrate these objections. I think us should be in charge of governing the process, and whatever he wants to do, we should do, because it's his responsibility. And I like the form anyway.
Okay. Then I guess that, are there any objections? Okay, I can't object with that, unfortunately. So we move on. Next is the expenses, some verification by Grace.
Yes, so this is hopefully it's very quickly, just to clarify. So the forms are being filled out. There's a spreadsheet that you can have access to and check what is in there. There's another spreadsheet that I'm using to...
Wait. So what's the tension? What's the proposal?
Well, the tension is that people may not know what exactly is happening on the expenses. And I just want to, the proposal will be just to give me the opportunity to clarify what this process is, so to make sure that everyone understands what we're doing with the expenses.
Okay. Yeah, you can propose. You can. Okay.
So there's. I just want to say that there's several spreadsheets. One is specifically going to fit into the milestone tracker, and that spreadsheet works together with an aggregated spreadsheet that Wojtek has created, where we put all the expenses in there. I just wanted to let you know that there are multiple ones, and in those spreadsheets, there is the rate of the Ether on that day at 12 noon. There is a conversion, and this I want to make sure that everybody understands and it's okay with it. Every expense has been what do you say? Transfer? No, has been, what is it? Exchanged. Has been translated into dollars. I don't know what the word is now. Has been translated into US dollars, no matter in which currency you have done. So we take the US dollar amount, and that's what we take the Ether rate for you. So that's what we have been doing, and I just wanted to make sure that everybody understands that. And the other thing is that maybe I don't know if this is the forum for that, but there are some people that are claiming expenses on food, and I would like to know, how do we go about that? If there are any reactions to that, do we pay for food in general?
Okay, so I will ask a clarifying question. Is the proposal that you move to this new form and that you find a way to a forum for maybe sharing these links?
The links are all shared in the channel open for the expenses and finances.
Okay. Any other clarifying questions? Okay, then reactions. I'll react. Sounds good. I saw your spreadsheet. It looks awesome, and I don't really have anything else. Oz.
So I haven't seen the spreadsheet, but I'm really excited to. So yeah, thanks for getting all this together. And I will go with Kai.
Thank you, Oz. Nice. I want to see the spreadsheet too. Concerning food, I don't know, is this another round or part of this round? It was not me who put in the expense. I would just say when everybody's meeting together, like to have a bonding session and somebody gets food for everybody, that should be paid. Some other stuff should probably not be paid. And Wojtek.
Okay, I mean, I very much like the system. I think there is still things to improve. I've started to work on those as well, even though I don't want to do these things that much. And maybe a reaction to sharing all the links. As I said, I was building some GivIF directory where everything would be centralized, and that's the reference. That's where you go to get the links, but I didn't sadly finish. I got too much stuff here at work finishing. But yeah, good job. And I pick parascology.
The spreadsheets look good, and then reaction on food is every other time I've traveled for work for any other company, like everything, like food has been covered. So that's kind of seems standard to me, but that's my reaction. So let's go with Satya.
Sorry, yeah. Well, I guess I haven't seen the Google Sheet yet. I filled out a form with an expense and I had no idea what was happening with it, so I'm going to check out the sheet, I guess. I like the form. I have no other comments. So, Oz? Oz, you're on.
Okay, I already went. Did Chris go?
Sorry. No, I didn't go, but I literally have no comments about this just yet, so I'll pass.
Time to pick someone else, Chris.
Did RJ already? I see RJ, I don't know.
Yeah, he went.
Then I don't know if they're still... Jen?
Oh, me, yes. I like the form. I think it's easy. And foods. So I go with Kai. So if someone pays for everyone, then we should have a possibility to pay for that. Yeah, that's it. I think everyone said something.
Okay. Then a chance to amend and clarify.
Okay, so I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to amend or clarify, but I think that I understand that the form is okay. We will continue using the form as it is, and anyone who wants to see the details, the spreadsheet will be there for that. And regarding the food, I don't know, like I said, if this is the forum for that, we will then have to review exactly what is it that it's covered on travel expenses or not. Like I said, it's only, it only came up at this time. There were no other expenses on food before other than the ones that were done at a big group for the whole team. So I will continue the way it is, and I will work on this playbook, and we will define the what is it? The guidelines for expenses, for travel expenses within this playbook.
Any objections? Okay, sounds good. So I think that's everything on our agenda. So now everyone has a chance to just check out and share a closing reflection on this meeting. No discussion. So I will reflect that I thought it went well. It's hard in these meetings with so many people for it to go faster than it should. I guess once we have a better circle method, I think that'll shave off a few minutes, and I'm excited to to figure something out for that. But other than that, yeah. Chris.
I just want to say that I'm really impressed by the method that you guys are using. It's really practical to have discussions like this and meetings, and I'm honored I can be part of everything that you guys will be doing. And I was thinking of maybe sharing the doc that I sent to Grace and Griff of who I am, and with some links about what I did in somewhere in Slack, so that you guys, if you're interested, and can get to know a little bit more about me. So thanks. And I pick Oz.
Yeah, great job, guys. I feel like I'm still, figuring it out. So sorry if I don't know, shout out or anything. I was just trying to like learn the system myself, but it seems like we're getting better at it. Yeah, is Z still on?
Yeah, I'm on.
Nice.
This is my turn. Oh, okay. I guess it is. Yeah, I'm sorry I couldn't make it on time. I was a few minutes late, and I didn't quite catch the first tension, but that's all my fault. I like how it went. I might just have one question. Why did we change the platform we're using now? Was there any particular reason?
What platform are we changing?
You're talking about a Jitsi and Appear?
Yeah. I just saw this strange link on Slack, and I had to download this app for my phone. Otherwise, I wasn't able to use it.
Maybe we'll pick Kai to go next, because I think he is the one who initiated this, and he can also check it out as well.
Okay, Kai.
I'm also like everybody here new to the Holacracy system, but I'm on it slowly. Like this meeting is way better than the last one. So I just pushed for Jitsi in the last weeks because Jitsi seems to handle disconnects of individual members better and managing better the whole, I don't know how the video, is distributed to us. Like, I think it's very fluid. We can have discussions with 10 people now. 10 people are in the room. On a peer-in that was not so smooth, I can press a button here that says start stream, and he starts a stream on YouTube, which is why I will be the last in the channel, so I can cut the stream. And like automatically, and it's not what I see, but it's going from the chat server directly to YouTube, so that is nice. Well, you could even call in here from a telephone. So there are many, many options. It's open source software in contrast to Appear-in. I don't know. These are my basic things why I like to push Jitsi. And Grace.
Yes. So I think this meeting went really well. I'm happy that we're making it under an hour, and that I'm also very happy to welcome Chris to this meeting and to the whole Giveth team. And regarding, I think we're being very effective in the way that we're tackling issues. So I'm very happy with that. That's all. And Wojtek.
Okay, I really appreciate it was fast, because today I will be here for quite some time, it seems like. And yeah, I started to hate at the beginning. I was hating the governance meeting, but now it seems very effective, very efficient, like it. Let's continue. Jen.
I'm very impressed that we did this under an hour. I think that's a very good sign, and I think it was more fluent than last time, so I think we're getting better. Thanks for that. Who has not said something? RJ?
Yeah, I think it went well for how many people are involved, and we're definitely getting better. And I imagine the process will improve even more. So that's it. Is anybody, Satya?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was great, because this is the first time in my life that we actually hired a team member as a team. I'm not sure exactly what would have happened if we had all objections, but this has never happened to any startup or company that I work, it's always like either I'm the one that hired somebody and then pushed that onto the team, or upper management does it. And now, we just collectively hired a new team member. So this is like a really awesome system. I think it's really great. And we're getting good at it.
Yay!
Is there anyone else that needs to check out? No? Then goodbye, guys.
Bye.
Thank you. Cutting the
Bye,
stream.
guys. Bye.